All right, welcome everyone to our new moon Sangha in Cancer. Thank you, friends, for being here. It's really wonderful to see you again. So I want to begin by using our black pepper. And black pepper is the oil of unmasking. And I'm just going to read you a little bit about some of these properties of some of the oils. And we're not going to go into great detail, but we're going to begin applying them to the body. And I'm going to be talking with you not just about the astrology of this new moon that was just about, what was it, 14-ish hours ago, 16 hours ago, but also about what's happened the last few days, and then also what's coming for the next day or so. And in this way, create some context for this new moon and for how this anointing practice can really maybe resonate with you in a deeper sense. So beginning with black pepper, I want us to just put it, please, on the bottoms of our feet. And we're going to we can either I love to just inhale directly out of the bottle and then take a couple drops directly on to the fingers or directly onto the arches of the feet and placing it all the way from the heel all the way up to the big toe. And maybe really beginning at the heel and giving the back of the heel and even the outer edge of the foot, giving that some attention and going all the way around the feet. So we often just think of going up one side, but it's almost like drawing circles on the feet in each direction. So black pepper is the oil of unmasking that helps reveal the mask and facades used to hide aspects of the self. Since childhood, most individuals have been taught that some feelings and behaviors are good while others are not. So instead of seeking to understand seemingly inappropriate feelings and behaviors, they usually judge, condemn, and repress them. Individuals learn early on that to be loved and accepted, they must hide undesirable aspects of themselves behind a mask or facade. Black pepper reignites the soul fire, fueling motivation and high energy and hastening the healing process. It gives individuals strength to overcome the challenges and issues they carry inside and invites them to live in integrity with their true self. So if you haven't done the other foot yet, put a few drops on the other foot as well. Just considering our roots and perhaps what aspect of ourselves would appreciate not being judged, because it's as integral in our foundation as all of the other aspects that are seen as worthy or approved of. And then when you're ready, and if you'd like, with the black pepper, I would suggest adding 4 drops of it to your bottle. And then we're gonna get rose out, or geranium. Sorry, blue tansy. We're not moving on from the feet yet, blue tansy. Now, I know Josie doesn't really want to talk, but I know Josie has done this blue tansy toe challenge. And so if you have anything to add to this, I welcome you to do so. But the challenge in and of itself has been offered because blue tansy is the oil of inspired action. And on the tip of the big toe, we can place blue tansy. And perhaps we take one drop of oil in either finger, and then place it onto our big toes. And with my feet crossed and one finger, my middle finger, touching the center of the big toe, just taking a few deep breaths here and considering this point at the tip of the big toe, the farthest reaching root, your strongest root. Blue tansy supports those who resist taking action to change or transforming their circumstances. It is especially helpful when individuals have become stagnant in their progression, and it provides a kind of catalytic spark that overcomes the tendency to vacillate, avoid, or procrastinate. Blue tansy necessitates that individuals choose to take the helm of their life. It also encourages individuals to live in alignment with the whisperings of their inner voice, prompting them to make necessary changes. When an individual represses these messages, they often feel lethargic, drained, apathetic, sluggish, and exhausted. Blue tansy invites individuals to take the initiative to reclaim the life they dream of. Maybe just taking another deep breath in there, acknowledging this place that demands personal mastery and purposeful action in achieving one's fullest potential. And then when you're ready, if you would like to add 3 drops of that to your bottle, go for it. And then let's go to rose or geranium. So I love the rose touch. I say, like, it's the one that lives on my keychain, and the pure rose is so exquisite. If you ever get a chance to save up for it or use your points for it, it's really worth it. So I suggest you definitely have some oil, coconut oil or something with you, and just take 1 drop, or if it's already diluted, just roll 1 drop directly over your heart. And with rose and with all these oils, for the most part, put them everywhere and anywhere you feel called. But rose is the oil of love and of self-love. And this moon especially is all about radical self-care. So I particularly like rose, not just on my heart, but also on my lips. So if you'd like to anoint your lips, acknowledging the words that you speak to be filled with love. And let's just sit for a moment. And as we just observe all of these aromas that we've already placed in our body, where we are, acknowledging our heart, acknowledging the center, I want to read to you a little from Chani Nicholas about this new moon. Just allowing yourself to receive what is new in this moment. As this lunation is in touch with all the outer planets, separating from a sextile to Uranus, a approaching a trine to Neptune and an opposition to Pluto, this feels like a transformative new beginning. In Cancer, the moon is at home, it is strong, and it is able to nourish the seeds that we plant. In a sextile to Uranus, this new moon encourages us to understand the roots of our codependency. And in a trine to Neptune, the moon is infused with a dreamy encouragement. The opposition to Pluto the new moon is in carries with it a cathartic confrontation. Wanting to be needed is human and natural. Depending on others needing us for our sense of self is another story. Evading the work that is ours to do because we are overly focused on the emotional turbulence of those around us can become a cop-out for living our own life. Cancer's waters are the amniotic fluid where all life begins. This sign is a pro at nourishing, not so much at letting go. Given the opposition to Pluto, however, there's great benefit in our ability to release something we've clung to. Tomorrow, Mercury is going to join Cancer and all these other outer planets, finally ending its time in Gemini and its retrograde with Neptune. And in Cancer, Mercury will help initiate conversations that will stir emotions and memories. Not necessarily forthright, the sideways scuttle of this sign will elicit less direct communication, more inference, and entice us to sob at sentimental commercials and the beauty of freshly baked bread. You ready? Could you please open your eyes and get COPAIBA? And let's continue moving up the body, bringing COPAIBA our throat. And I'm even coming from my heart up my throat and kissing my lips, up my nose, and at the center of my forehead. And just to acknowledge this whole front line and front channel. Maybe you even want to come to the top at the crown of the head. Maybe you want to go all the way down, over your solar plexus, over your belly, down to your pelvis. And again, maybe like we did on the feet, then coming up the back of the body, from the base of the tailbone, up the spine, up the back, up the top, and maybe doing this a few times. I'm starting at my throat and I'm moving up. I'm going down the back of the head now. Going the other way, down the spine. Coming up the front of the body. And just doing this slowly with your breath, maybe doing one more cycle of this in either one direction or both directions. And acknowledging COPAIBA as the oil of unveiling. COPAIBA invites individuals to connect with their past. It offers a deep intertwining energy that links experience to experience in unveiling the deeper meaning and messages showing up in one's life. COPAIBA respects the sacred sheltered within until it is ready to emerge into the light of consciousness. It then invites individuals to become thoughtfully aware of the shadow aspects of themselves and discover who they really are. Individuals loving COPAIBA often find that vulnerable self-awareness work reveals unresolved pain in hidden recesses of their heart, mind, and body. We can discover we might be plagued with feelings of guilt, shame, inadequacy, or unworthiness that have been absorbed from perhaps our early environment. These shame-based feelings distort every interaction they have with life, and everything seen through the filter of less than creates a perception of the world as extremely painful and ultimately defeating. Here, COPAIBA offers assistance to those caught in those lower vibrations of shame, blame, fear, and self-loathing, and other unconsciously internalized emotions. It summons these to begin the unraveling and restoration process necessary for lasting healing and further awareness and insight. So if you'd like to take COPAIBA, and I realized we didn't add the rose or geranium to the bottle as well. Sorry about that. If you would like to add, I think, as many drops of rose or geranium as you would like, it's really up to you and which one you're using. I think I did about 3 drops of rose when I made mine. And for COPAIBA, I would recommend 6 drops. And then let's go to juniper berry. Juniper berry, I incorrectly named on the thing I posted online. It is the oil of the night. And let's just inhale the juniper berry. And then let's take a drop and just place it behind our ear. And I'm just going to massage with both fingers, one behind either ear, from the bottoms all the way to the tip of where the ear meets the skull. Really massaging into that crease. And then maybe letting the fingers just come to rest on the earlobes and just holding the tips of the earlobes for a moment. Taking a few deep breaths in here as we appreciate juniper berry for assisting any fear of the dark or the unknown aspects of ourselves. Juniper berry helps us understand that the things that we fear intend to be our teachers. And instead of hiding from what we do not understand, juniper berry encourages us to learn the lessons and face our fear. These fears often live within the unexplored areas of ourselves, and juniper berry acts as a catalyst by helping individuals access and address these fears and issues which have been long avoided. Juniper berry will also assist our dreams and can help resolve nightmares and fears, teaching us that there's truly nothing to fear when we acknowledge and accept all aspects of ourselves. And then the last one is grapefruit. And with grapefruit, if you have a glass of water nearby, I invite you to put a drop into your water. And this new moon, being in Cancer, water sign, it is really important to stay hydrated, to exfoliate. If you do this ritual throughout the month, doing it in the bathtub or with some sea salt scrub that you can apply to the body to exfoliate first, and then allow the oils to come in afterwards, and perhaps sit in the water then and feel that amniotic fluid. Grapefruit berry, I put a drop in here. Or if you want to put just a drop in the palm of your hands, rub your hands together. And let's just take a few deep inhales in. Grapefruit is the oil of honoring the body. It teaches true respect and appreciation for our physical body. It supports us in honoring our body and finding areas where we may be caught in patterns of mistreatment, allowing us to let go of any of the hate or disgust that might be buried within our psyche. It helps us to not obsess about how we look and to help us know that deep down, we are perfect, just as we are. Grapefruit can help us to take ownership of our feelings and also help to get rid of these aspects that no longer serve us. So in this aspect, cleansing the body and allowing us to release these aspects that no longer fill our hearts and that only love can teach us to fill. So on that note, I invite you to just take a deep breath in. Stretch, shake, move, dance, do what you need to. Let all of this come together, surrounding you in all directions, above, below, front, back, side to side. And let this come deep into your heart. May this bless you for this moment and for this whole cycle. And may we stay focused on doing this deepest work, staying present to our daily routines, to that which we know to be true and honoring of ourselves and each other and the life we most desire to live. Listen. So we'll stay now and we will share